Hi everyone and welcome back to Oxventure. I am Corazon de Bayena, the human pirate rogue and Doubloon Aficionado magazine's Man of the Year, 2 years running. Count them.
I'm Egbert, the Dragonborn Paladin. I have never featured in Doubloon's magazine, ever.
To your knowledge, my name is Prudence. I am a tiefling warlock, and every day I wake up and choose violence.
My name is Dob, the half-orc bard, and I saw a magazine once.
Brag.
And I'm Merylwen, the wood elf druid. And I'm a little bit drenched at the moment. Slipping in the water.
Care to explain?
The water.
No. And I am literally everyone else in the world, and today I will be acting as the rolled-up magazine that is swatted across the nose of any insouciant adventurer, as if they were a naughty dog in the 1950s.
No. Everyone behave.
All right.
That's right.
Magazine to the shops.
Hope you're not going to rub my face in my mess.
Oh God. Ugh, no. Criminal. I mean, because then you've got to.
Why is your mess here?
Maybe we should
I
rub
got
his nose in.
excited.
Yeah.
If it'll teach him.
So, this
Well, good start.
this latest Oxventure begins. I'm going to call it 15 hours after you escaped the inevitability.
Yeah, we did.
in the,
like the rubbish abilities, the no ability,
The
to catch
evitability.
the joyful damnation. Yeah, the evitability or the no ability to catch the joyful damnation. Those are the two
Both
new
good.
names for it. It's decided.
It has been approximately 15 hours of Corazon standing next to whoever is at the helm, just riffing on this, being like, "No, wait, I've got it.
It's my shift.
Yeah.
It's my shift.
Um,
I stood up here so that Merylwen could get some sleep.
and stop
Anyway,
crying."
Dob, I was thinking
Oh no,
we
she's
call
not
it
on the ship.
stu-
Sorry, so that Egbert could go get some rest.
We call it the stupid abilities because
Yes,
it's
Corazon.
stupid. It has no abilities
Yes,
to
Corazon.
chase and catch us. Yeah. What do you think of that one,
Corazon.
Dob? It's a good one. You should
Good
be
one.
writing this down for one of your little songs.
Yes, no, it's all going in. It's all going in here. The sun
The
looks
chorus
quite far
could be
across-
like shan na 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 na. Yeah, you getting this?
Yeah. It's
Yeah,
It's just,
good,
I
very
thought
good.
Prudence was gonna come up here and relieve me, but
Prudence said the first
remain
one I
below
told
deck.
her was the best one she'd ever heard, and then walked off.
So, as you've not only have you been putting up with these suggestions of varying quality over the last 15 hours, you've been picking your way through the coral reef because it is quite a labyrinth, and it has meant that you've been impossible to reach. The inevitability eventually lost you. Because you sort of snaked around the island, and through a series of clever sort of switchbacks, you basically managed to hide out in a small cove, and the inevitability kind of went off, assuming you'd gone off on a different path. That was about 9 hours ago. So you spent the next 9 hours just picking your way out of the coral reef. Really is quite like it's been a long old journey, but you're now sort of encountering open waters. It seems like there's something, Dob, as you kind of stare off into the middle distance, despondently with Corazon talking in your ear, you see something, or rather someone, bobbing about in the water, although whether they are a giant octopus or a wood elf, I'm not sure at this point. Merylwen, what form have you taken?
Well, to, make it an easy journey back. I
Bear?
mean, why not?
Octopus, yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. In that case, then, an octopus just scrabbles its way up the side and kind of...
Crikey! Oh, okay, it's you.
Hey, Dob, more like needs some humility.
Merylwen's here. Merylwen.
You listen to Corazon's malarkey.
Oh, great, Merylwen. Have I got some things to talk to you about?
I just put a single tentacle on Corazon's mouth.
More like the Thalia.
You glue his mouth together with two suckers.
Hey, Dob and Egbert.
Merylwen, have you always had
Yeah,
this
the two
ability?
suckers
Because this
I'm
is on
referring
par with Egbert's teleporting.
Rust on the harbour
Silence,
comes
Corazon.
scampering up on deck on all fours, and then draws a rapier. It's like, I smell fish, I'm so hungry. Well, even better, we shall make calamari.
You immediately change.
Hey, well, I'm not eating this. Oh, Marilwen, I did not recognize you. You are sopping wet. You look a disgrace.
Thanks.
Are you well?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Good.
Oh.
Where
I
have
think
you
a bit
been?
of
I would
kelp
give you
off
an
Merlin's
ugh,
shoulder.
but I detest the sea.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. I'm
I'm
more of a
sorry, I
land-
nearly cut you up and rolled you in flour and then a light batter and then into some hot boiling oil.
It's fine. It's
That
fine.
was my bad. Some chili in there.
Well, you didn't know it was calamari.
I wander back over to Corazon.
So when
Corazon,
the
you were saying-
incapability was trying to catch us, Dom, I said, not today, friends, not today.
Where have you been, Mira, when?
Oh yeah. Well, hey, Corazon. Pania's sent me with a little bit of a message. He and Panias too, who made it quite clear that they're kind of annoyed that they keep being called Panias too, and would really like their own personality to be reflected.
you talking about the whale?
Yeah, the whale.
Yeah.
The whale is Panias.
Panias too. Okay.
And
Bit of a codependent relationship. That's the vibe I was getting.
Yeah,
It's an interdependent relationship.
it's an but Panias too felt that their needs were not being met. The basic one being having a name that isn't Panias too, and the two of them have decided to go off and reconnect a little bit. Maybe just have that
Couples therapy.
Couples retreat.
bit of the couples retreat is the thing. I don't
Second
know how
honeymoon.
many couples therapists will take a whale and an undead
Break the
pirate.
couch,
So
probably.
yeah, but they're good. They're okay. We talked through some things. I explained that the tattoo being dissolved was my fault, and I think they're on the path. And so Panny has asked if he can take some time and then come help us with the curse later on.
Oh, he wants to be there. Yeah, that makes sense.
Yeah, he wants to be there to see it all happen because
Well, you didn't miss
it's
much.
closure for him. So
Egbert can do Moonbeam.
Yeah,
what?
I can. Yeah, it's one of my things.
Ixnay on the Oonbeam May.
Oh, sorry.
I thought we were going to keep that on the DL.
Rust becomes very small and threads his way around Prudence's ankles, just like.
I mean, Egbert saw a moonbeam last night. It was a beautiful silvery moonbeam. He was.
Yeah, I made
tell you
it.
about it.
Come out of the sky.
No, you didn't. Yeah, he didn't make it come to Egbert.
just because
I've been
I
been able to do it
joined
for
the
ages.
circle of the moon.
Yeah, when did you join the Circle of the Moon?
I didn't,
Egbert.
but if I were to,
Didn't have to.
Picked
I
it
would
up.
just-
It was easy.
yeah, exactly. If I were to separate my progression into, let's say, levels, I would say I probably picked up around level 5.
Hang on, I just want to try something. I attempt to cast Moonbeam.
I do it so that it looks like he's done it.
Let's all do it.
Oh god! Are you actually doing this?
Yes,
No.
please.
Okay, fine.
Dibble dabble, moon powers go.
Make me a
Because
charisma.
I don't want to
Corazon.
embarrass Corazon.
Yeah, in that case,
But I haven't really picked up that Merylwyn's quite upset, so.
it's a charisma performance check from you, please, Corazon, and a wisdom insight check from you, please, Merylwyn.
Let's no one cast Moon. Oh no, it's too late. It's happening. Okay, it's fine.
It's 14.
Just over the sea, obviously.
Yeah.
Oh,
it's over the sea.
14. A good thing you specified.
I'm not on the boat. I'm not completely unhinged.
10. I rolled real bad, but
Okay,
lots of good modifiers.
Corazon de Bayena has just cast Moonbeam. Not only has he just cast Moonbeam, despite the fact he's not a member of the Circle of the Moon, but he kills an absolutely enormous passing school of mackerel. Like, huge.
Well, we're going to dine well tonight.
Oh. Yeah, who wants mackerel pate?
Rust on the harbour is now poised on the rail, like rocking back and forth, being like, I need some mackerel, but obviously hating and fearing the sea. He just eventually turns round, looks at Dob, and just ah.
I jump in and forage some toasty mackerel for Rust.
Okay,
Aw.
I'm going to roll a D100.
How many mackerel Rust can eat?
Right, just to see how many you
Or
bring
for
on
whether
board.
I pass into the moonbeam.
How long does Moonbeam last?
Let me look.
1 month.
It's a concentration spell, I think.
Oh, I see. Corazon is no longer concentrating.
Yeah.
You bring
Corazon was
30.
never concentrating.
You bring 39 mackerel aboard, and Rust
Damn.
just goes.
Oh,
Sorry, Rust, this was all I could fit in my mouth.
Great.
Rust says, "Well, if we're not lifting a curse, what should we do? Shall we look for adventure over the horizon?"
Yes, Rust.
Why
Okay.
Also, watch out for
Yes.
bones.
Or
Okay.
we could make a delightful pate out of these remaining mackerel. We just blend them up with some creme fraiche, some horseradish, mustard, bit of salt and pepper.
I will
Nice
allow
toast
you
points.
6 of my mackerel to make into pate.
But yeah, adventure over the horizon. That sounds like my kind of thing. What does
Okay.
everyone else reckon?
I'm already stood on the bowsprit with one button undone.
Well, I guess that decision's been made.
Yeah, Dob's already undone the button. Once you've
Yeah.
undone the button,
No,
The adventure button. Okay, alright. No, I'm up for it. Let's go.
all right.
Good.
I'm gonna get back
Me-
on the wheel, but next thing I've got a little plate of toast points and mackerel pate, which I'm just
Fair.
snacking.
Marilyn, would you like to would you like to push the capstan with me?
It's the call of adventure, Merylwen. Will you answer it?
It's fun.
No.
Will you accept the charges, Merylwen?
I'll give you a mackerel.
You'll get a mackerel.
A mackerel.
The mackerel's real good,
Okay.
Marilyn.
Okay.
Everyone
Shut up,
always
Corazon.
asks Meryl when, but no one ever asks Meryl how.
Meryl.
Oh god.
Still mad at you, Egbert.
What did I do?
Oh, the capstan. Oh, it's so much fun. I can't let me have all the fun to myself. Okay.
Okay, Rust, okay.
While maybe Russ doesn't, get Marilyn all the way back to cheerful, here, Marilyn, do at least get the capstan up and the Joyful Damnation starts moving again. Could all of those who are looking out for adventure please make me a Wisdom Perception roll?
Yes.
3
13.
minus 1 is 2.
Okay.
18.
Wait, is it a wisdom perception,
18.
did you say?
Yes, please.
15.
15.
Wow. All right. So, Dob, you see a sail on the horizon, and you get sort of excited, but also full of trepidation because what if it's the inevitability again? Corazon pulling out his Corazon
Looks like it
muttering
says
and pulling out
50%
his
off.
spyglass.
Smelly
and
ability.
Merylwen, with your excellent just natural vision, you can see that it is not the inevitability. It is just a normal ship. Prudence, you notice something further. You notice that this ship is A, barely moving, and B, sort of moving very aimlessly. It looks like all of its sheets are loose. So, basically not tied down at the bottom to catch the wind. This, incidentally, is where we get the phrase 3 sheets to the wind. And it just seems to be sort of turning.
It's a drunk ship, everybody.
It seems to be turning as if there's no one at the helm.
Party boat.
Egbert,
Ghost ship.
you
Ghost ship.
see that
Ghost ship,
The
everyone.
ship is all a who.
the ship is. You see that the Joyful Damnation is actually no more than 60 foot away from plunging over an enormous waterfall off the edge of Geth, which you didn't realise up to now is flat.
Oh, damn.
Oh my gosh!
Yep.
You guys!
Harder port? Harder starboard? What's happening?
Away from the big waterfall.
Harder
What's that?
away from the big waterfall.
Turns
that,
out
Mr.
Geth's
Egbert?
flat.
Whoa.
No, it
I
isn't.
watched-
No, it
I-
isn't.
No, it definitely is. Yep, I looked it up.
I think
It's flat.
Egbert
It's
had a
not,
bad
though, I
mackerel.
shout.
I've joined some little groups. We send messages to each other. It's flat.
A very
We
bad
could
Okay.
fall off at any moment.
That
Okay.
tracks.
Egbert,
yeah,
you
that
maybe need to go and
tracks
have a
with
lie
me.
down. Have you
Maybe,
eaten too
yes.
much mackerel pate?
I cast sleep on Egbert.
Yeah, go for it. Roll for it.
Nice.
But
Oh, it's hard, isn't it? I have to.
Is the moon round? Or one of Geth's famously recognized two suns?
Oh, yeah, of course.
The two celestial bodies that, of course, we all know about.
They're big lights that move around our flat disc, is what I've been told.
I immediately buy into all of Egbert's theories.
Oh no. We've got two flat Gethers on our hands.
But over here, if you'll just angle your head
Oh, yeah.
slightly in this other direction,
Oh wait, okay, no, I've changed my entire belief system again.
there's
Nope.
a ghost ship. I mean, there's a ghost ship. Not.
Oh, okay.
That's what you
Well,
call it, right? An abandoned
Yeah,
ship.
yeah, yeah.
Look, there's.
I've seen these before. What happens is
Yeah.
they all get drunk and they all decide to go for a
Fall
swim.
off the
and
ship
then
together.
They don't put the ladder down and they can't get back in. And then the ship is just floating around and you can go on and have all their stuff.
Idiots.
Seen
Well, it's
it-
our ship
seen it
now.
too many times.
Where?
Exactly. Let's sail over and have their stuff.
They say,
Egbert's not asleep because I cast I rolled 25, which is not bad, but not Egbert's hit point max. I don't think. I don't think it's anywhere
you
near.
give him a dead leg.
Yeah, and he tumbles over the side.
Into the open mouth of a shark.
Yeah, Russ says, oh, we must go over there because, as everybody knows, a ghost ship in the water means only one thing. Salvage!
Yeah,
Exactly. Rich with plunder.
salvage.
Salvage.
Plunder.
So, yeah, I'm not going to make you roll to sail the ship over to another ship that is languishing in the waters. It is, that is quite simple. For the sheer distance, it takes you probably about half an hour before you reach it. As you get closer, you can see that this ship is called the Baying Hound. That is written, sort of painted on the back in very ornate letters, and there is no sign of life aboard.
Is there any
Nothing.
kind of indicator of what kind of a ship it is?
It is mercantile.
Okay.
It seems to be without
Ooh, baby.
without cannons. It's got maybe some deck guns. And some swivel guns that would be sort of used to repel boarders. But apart from that, it's a broad, deep drafted, big old merchant ship.
Doc
I
doesn't
scanned
know
the
anything
hull
about.
for magic.
Spices.
So magic.
For magic, but it's only 30-foot range, so that doesn't encompass the entire whopping boat.
Okay. From the bit that you scan, there is nothing inherently magic going on. You suspect that maybe some of the cargo, if indeed cargo there still is stuff with simple enchantments on it. Like linens that have been subtly enchanted to stay crisper for longer.
Ooh.
And that sort of thing.
To get them in Captain Cabin C. It's the guest captain's cabin.
How does she lie, Johnny? Dobbs picking up some of this sea stuff, and he is kind of heavy in the water.
Heavy in the water.
How this hull is loaded.
She loaded all right.
All right. Well, in that case, I would like to.
Corazon is vibrating around the deck, going, oh.
Plunder. Plunder.
Yeah. Well, I want to get aboard. Can I just
Plunder.
try and run along a one of the
So
many.
I've got a
out bits of
I've
wood
got
and-
something for this. I say, and I fire a rope harpoon across to the.
Can't you put a gangplank across? I've
the-
seen
but-
boats before.
Well, you can. I mean, you can do that if you want, but if you want, you can
Oh.
also.
It's for
put a knife
basics,
in your
is it?
teeth and grab a cutlass with both hands.
Gangplanks are
and zip
too
line.
basic for Corazon.
Yeah.
Okay,
If
fine.
you want to zip line down with a dagger in your mouth, that's what I'll be doing. But anyone else can walk across and I push down a gangplank.
Can I run across, jump onto their sail, and slide down that sail with a dagger in the sail?
Yeah, sure. You can do that.
That's what I would like to.
Or can you? Is anyone else getting on board this other ship?
We
in
need
a...
to leave at least one person behind, otherwise our ship becomes a ghost ship, and then someone else can come and salvage it.
Yeah,
Can
it's
we
true.
just lash them together with all that hempen rope we've got about our persons?
Can you lash
Well, I mean,
two ships side by side?
If I've fired this harpoon across, they are technically tethered now.
Okay, that's maritime law. If you're tethered to it, you own it. So
Yeah. And if
Alright,
you put
well,
a
let's all
coaster
go
on
then.
top of the ship as you leave it, no one will take it from you.
Yeah. I put
Okay,
a pound
good.
coin on the railing.
All right, fine. That's the law. So let's go.
Russ kind of like eyeing it wistfully
Oh.
goes onto the other ship. Egbert, how are you proceeding across?
As carefully as possible.
Very good. Marilyn?
Suspicious.
As sulkily as possible.
Oh,
Still
okay.
in the mood.
Ooh.
And Prudence, are you going with
Glide across the gangplank.
the... Cool.
Yeah.
Great. All
Hovering
right.
a foot above it.
In that case, I would
One
only
day.
like rolls from Dob and Corazon. It will
16.
be Dex Acrobatics for Dob and I'm going to say Strength Athletics for you, please, Corazon, because it's just holding on to a zip line.
That's all it is, really.
13 plus 1. 14.
Okay. Fine. Yeah, you actually you both make it. Dob, you there is a sort of like no, you just proceed down in a cool and sail ruining manner. And yeah, your zip line works beautifully, Corazon.
Nice. I do a sort of shoulder roll in front of Dob, and I sort of land in a crouch in front of him while I assume he does a cool pose behind me.
Yeah. It's cool enough that you both almost wish that there were some crew members here to witness the cool thing you've done, but then of course there wouldn't be salvage, so you're quite glad.
True.
Who's
Well,
ruined our
I
sail?
enjoyed
The
it.
sail of our new boat. This sail is broken. We
Prudence.
need a new one.
The more
What?
sails we ruin,
Yeah.
the more opportunity there is to fother a new one. Haven't you always wanted to fother a sail?
Old nautical saying.
Ugh, I'm learning all these new nautical words and I hate it.
One
May we
ruined
never
sail
reach
is
dry
worth
land. I think
four
we
in
should
the fodder.
investigate the hold. I think we should get below decks and see if we can find people, or at least see what the loot is.
Okay, all right. Make me an intelligence investigation check. You're going below decks. Is anyone searching anywhere else on the ship?
Are there any?
Isn't everything
sort of-
below deck on a ship? No, wait, I go and check the captain's cabin, the corresponding position to the captain's cabin on.
Yeah, are there
on
any
the Joyful
captain's
Damnation.
cabins up here?
Yeah.
Yes, we're going to say it's the captain's cabin is just a big cabin on the sort of the back of the ship. Think Sea of Thieves galleon captain
Yeah.
cabin.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cool.
That
I'm
sort
gonna
of
go with
location.
Bruce.
Okay,
Okay.
so you're going to the captain's cabin. Dob's going
Yes.
below decks. Merwin and
I'm
Egbert.
gonna go down. I'm gonna go down as well with Dob.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for snacks.
Snacks. All right,
In
you're
the snack
gonna
hold.
you're gonna go straight to the
I'll race you
Made
to
a
the.
very nice pate on the ship, Egbert.
I'll race you to the captain's cabin. Whoever touches it first becomes the
It
captain.
becomes the captain. All right, you're on.
All right, both of you make me a strength athletics
Yeah.
check.
Oh, okay.
Oh baby, that's a 19 plus 1.
Oh,
Prudence has been
boy.
bizarrely- Prudence has been pretty strong recently.
This is true.
Oh yeah, no, that's true.
Kick him into the sea.
That was useful. Oh, it's a 16.
Okay. I'm afraid you don't beat Corazon's
Damn.
dirty 20.
Damn.
Maybe you suspect foul play. Perhaps your ankle sort of turns on a strange and new-looking spot of grease on the the deck or something. But either way, you make it seconds or like a second after Corazon claims the captain's cabin for his own, making it his 7th, 8th.
Who's counting at this point?
Yeah. Okay, so both of you make me an intelligence investigation check to have a look at the captain's cabin while I deal with the other three who have gone
Okay.
below decks. How have we rolled, team?
15.
15.
I haven't rolled at all.
Aha!
Oh, natural 20 though. So I
Damn.
find those snacks.
Crit.
You
Crit,
do.
Crit, crit, crit.
Snack crit.
Crit, 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 crit.
What was it? Investigation.
Intelligence
Maybe
investigation.
Egbert will find a
So I got
sea
13.
crit.
13. Great. Okay, so Egbert,
A critical
you
snack.
you get below decks and you employ your powerful dragonborn nostrils, and you don't even need to ask where the sort of the cook's quarters are. Nor do you need to find the door. You just crash through the wall like some sort of sentient jug of delicious powder-based
Oh, yeah.
soft drink.
It's one of the bulkheads.
Yeah, oh yeah, it is indeed
load
what
bearing?
Egbert
Yeah.
says as he... yeah, the
Sorry, I think collapses.
The ship rocks ever so slightly. Impressive given how much it weighs, but it all seems fine. This is a very well appointed ship's galley. There are sort of hanging cured meats. There are barrels of sort of hardtack and sort of preserved things that would last for a long time. There is like a good store of rum and ale and all that sort of thing. There's an absolutely enormous barrel of pickles. Like
I dump Seal Gaiman directly into the barrel of pickles because I know he's fully into that.
Oh, he just starts rolling. He's so overjoyed he's not even eating them at first. He's just like rolling around in pickle brine. He looks up and some dill has settled across his snout, and he's just like, He looks at you with gratitude and something short of loathing for the first time in your acquaintance, and then he just starts going. Like, it's carnage. And this is a big barrel. We're talking like, when you walk into like a store in the States and they've just got the massive kegs of kosher pickles, like that, but for a whole ship's crew for a voyage that could be months.
Or one slightly rotund seal.
Yeah, he's going to be a very rotund seal after this. So that's what you find. I'll say you find one more thing, actually. On the stove, there is a large pot. That pot is cold now, but from the sort of the charred black mess at the very, very bottom, it looks like whatever was in there was left to boil dry and then more. Like, it's a miracle the ship didn't burn down, frankly. The stove is now cold, but it seems like somebody stopped paying attention to the meal that they were cooking, and you are not entirely sure why.
Left in a hurry.
We will cut to Dob and Merylwen. So you both go downstairs and it's quite dark down there. The lanterns have sort of burnt out. Obviously you both have dark vision, so you start looking around and you're kind of...
Oh, what's that, Corazon? Oh.
He can... Well, it's why he needs Moonbeam. So you find that there are lots and lots of sort of casks of spices. There are bolts of silks and linens. There is no small quantity of dried fish. All in all, sort of a modest-looking cargo. As you sort of examine some of the bolts of cloth, we'll say, you notice that some of these, they aren't in tremendous nick. They've got something on them. You're not entirely sure what it is until you decide to light some of the lanterns that are hanging from the ceiling of this deck, and you realise that all over this deck there are patches of dry blood, like everywhere. There are discarded weapons in places. You see there's a brace of pistols that have been fired, are just lying strewn about the deck. There are swords. There's one sort of embedded in the wall with a large dry bloodstain around it. You kind of get the feeling that there was a fight of absolutely, truly epic proportions.
Are there any bodies?
No.
What? Well, that's weird.
Yeah, this is strange.
Okay, Merylwen, why don't we head back to the top deck and sort of report our findings, unless you think we might find some other stuff down here, or...
Nah, this is spooky. Let's go out.
Yeah. Cheese it back to the top deck and the relief of sunlight.
Do that thing where you turn the light off at the bottom of the stairs and then you run up.
You just... Yeah. Okay, we will have you enter the captain's cabin very, very very shortly, rather. Corazon, you throw open the door to your latest captain's cabin, being like, so glad that I've got it, damn it. This one also appears to have been ruined, at least not by your own crew. But there is, in this room, a very large, gorgeous, prominent walnut desk. On it is like a bunch of sea charts, and in the middle of the table there is a large book, which appears to be the Voyage Log. And it is absolutely covered in blood.
Okay.
The
Is there
chair...
a drinks cabinet?
Yes, sorry, should have led with that. Yes.
Yeah. Okay. So I'm
It's
gonna
very
make a
well
beeline for
stocked. Okay, cool.
All right. I'm gonna
Good.
pour a couple of brandies for Prudence and myself, and hand her one, and say, "You see, Prudence. This is what it's like
Yep.
being in command at sea, First Mate Prudence. That's right."
It's pretty good. I swirl the brandy and inspect
Swirl
the
the
blood
brandy.
spatter. Do a CSI
Okay.
ocean.
Yes. What follows is an absolutely riveting scene where Corazon and Prudence walk around the room and keep noticing new details. Like you notice that there's a lot of blood on the table, all going in one direction. You point at that and go, heck. Corazon leans in and realizes that the captain's log it trails off mid-sentence as if the captain was surprised by something. He points at that and looks at Prudence and says, heck.
Heck.
They sort of look around the room together and kind of realize they sort of... Corazon rights the chair and sits in it and leans down, putting his head on the desk, and it matches the blood spatter as if, the captain's head hit the desk and kept bleeding. Prudence says, heck. And then Prudence goes, kind of puts a finger on the back of Corazon's head and kind of points. And Corazon sits up as you both look, and you see that there is a small bullet hole in the rear window of the captain's window, and you both go, heck.
Heck. Mother hecker.
It appears that somebody crept around behind the captain's cabin where there is a small gangway and shot the captain unawares in the back of the head.
Corazon, there's been a captain's side.
The worst crime imaginable.
We've done the trajectory analysis.
Yep, the blood spatter analysis.
Right over here.
Couldn't be clearer. We're dealing with a low-down, dirty captain killer. And I won't stand for it, I say, and slam my
But
fist
where's the
on
body?
table.
Where's the body? Where's the
That is
captain's
a great
body?
question, Prudence. You see, this is why you're first mate. You think of things, you think of all the angles. Where is
Dob and
Merylwen
Merylwen
and I-
comes sliding in.
Yeah.
What is it,
What are
Dom
you
and
doing
Merylwen?
bursting into the... Yeah,
there's like blood
you addressed your
downstairs
captain and
and-
first mate properly.
There's also
We've got brandy. What have you got? What have you found?
blood. Lots of blood everywhere.
We can't drink
And
that.
other-
I mean,
There's
we
blood
can
in
drink
here
that.
too. Oh my god.
Actually, you know what?
Heck.
I think that's what this needs.
What this brandy needs.
Yeah, it just needs a little bit of just something to. Little something.
Okay, yeah,
Okay.
we found blood too. We've all found blood, all right?
Why is everyone
Yeah.
on this boat dead, but there's no corpses?
There's a lot of blood in here and no corpses. You've probably noticed, and we've done investigations. I say, realizing I shouldn't have drunk 3 brandies.
We did the
I lean heavily against the
analysis, the trajectory. It's brandy. I'm strong. The
Strong, man.
trajectory,
Strong.
the bullet hole,
Bullet trajectory.
balcony.
Dob.
Go, Dob.
It's with the shotguns, the gun
All right.
shot.
Investigate
in the,
the balcony.
After about 5 minutes of drunken explanation, I get what they're on about, and I would like to pop back, creep around the back of the ship along that gangway to see if I can see the location from which the shot was fired. Maybe there are some clues still there.
I can see Dob through
Absolutely.
the window.
Make me
Look at him.
make me an
Look at him.
Hey,
investigation.
Prudence, hi.
Make me another investigation check. Egbert,
Windows still work?
Yes.
Seal Gaiman is now tight as a drum. Inside the barrel, Seal is just like.
Oh,
You're going to need some help getting him out, so I think it's reasonable that
Screw him.
You can try, yeah.
Yeah.
Let's make this a deck sleight of hands check because you don't
It's
want to hurt
Natural
him.
armor. Why don't we keep him in there?
So 11 plus 2 is 13.
Put
Okay,
him some fin holes in the side.
you both fall over as he kind of doop, pops
he's like a
out, but you
bonsai
manage.
kitten of a barrel.
And the barrel's a goner. After sort of he's taken out the internal pressure of a seal full of an already full barrel of pickles has done for that barrel. Like the bands are shot. It's never going to be the same again. But Seal is just now lying there going, whoa! And he's best left there for a bit. But you are more than welcome to go back on deck and sort of rejoin the crew.
I'm gonna drag some of these snacks up to the deck.
Yeah, sure.
I've found a king's bounty here, so yeah, I'm gonna pull up some cured meats and snacks and things.
Yeah, this
Be like,
as
"Hey,
far as you're
guys!
concerned. Yeah, this ship's great as far
I
as you're
found the
concerned.
treasure.
One of the things from the pantry that Egbert has brought up onto the deck is a big bag of flour, and I say, "Oh, Prudence, look at this! I've heard about this. You can use powder to do. You see on your fingers, you've got like little lines, right? If you got powder if you put powder
Rag.
on the blood, and then you blow it away, it leaves the hand lines
what?
on the.
And then
Anyway,
what
I rip
happens?
open the flour and throw it all over the desk,
Okay.
and then I start blowing it away and seeing what is
Okay.
left. If we've got any hand line prints.
Make
That's
me
what
an
I've got.
investigation check at a disadvantage, please. Dob, how did you do in the meantime?
15.
Okay, you don't discover a whole lot that's sort of out of the ordinary. There is actually, from the rear of the deck, there is a knotted rope leading down to this little walkway. So it seems that whoever it was that came and murdered the captain not only had planned this, but they had time to set up this rope and climb down and get into position
Okay.
without anybody noticing.
Through the bullet hole, I shout, "Folks,
Yeah.
looks like we're looking at a mutiny here.
Huh.
But here's what I can't fathom out. If there was a mutiny
Yeah.
and the crew took control of the ship, where are they, and why didn't they sail this haul into port so that they could flog the goods?"
And
Hiding?
what was it that caused them to mutate?
Yes. Well-
Okay, so I put it to you. They murdered the captain.
Yes.
This murder.
Prudence.
This was the first murder. This started the whole thing in motion. Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, and then something got the captain, and then something
Toxic
got
waste.
whatever got the captain.
Something got the captain, and then something got whatever
Something
got the
got
captain.
whatever got the captain. Yeah.
Okay.
Corazon, how was your investigation roll?
Well, so this is intelligence investigation.
Yes.
Yeah, so the thing with intelligence investigation rolls for me is I'm adding
Disadvantage.
+7 to everything because of my modifiers. So my
Oh, yeah.
worst roll was a 15.
Amazing. I should pause at this point to say I've not been keeping track of it. Everyone has inspiration by this point. You've easily all earned it. Let's just pull the inspiration everybody lever,
Okay.
like a multi-ball round on a
Crank.
pinball machine.
It's raining down on us.
Okay. So you look at the suspicious hand lines that have been left on the table. There is only one set of suspicious hand lines or identifying hand lines, and those are absolutely everywhere. Like on every effect, like the ink bottle, the a glass there. You deduce that the only person who has actually touched something here is the captain, or at least somebody who's been using the desk. You do notice
Suicide.
there is a document that has also has the captain's fingerprints on that you had hitherto overlooked. It's the ship's manifest, which should come in handy because it's a running total of everything that's downstairs and what it should be worth. And oh my goodness, this manifest has it all. It says that the hold should be absolutely crammed with gold and silver and jewels, and so one or two exotic animals.
Folks, did you see any gold and jewels and exotic animals when you were downstairs?
No,
Just
we saw
snacks.
silk, ordinary thing.
Oh yeah, there's one barrel pickles here as well. It says.
Not anymore, there isn't.
You hear a
was
strange
You can
wail
cross that
coming
one
from
off.
under. Yeah.
Johnny, can I have a look at the? Can I check the last few
So
entries
we
of the
solved
captain's
the
log?
mystery of the pickles.
You absolutely can check the last few entries, the captain's log. It is all pretty ordinary. You see that the destination of the ship, the Baying Hound, under the command of Captain Rodgett, was heading out from a place called Volisport, and its destination was a place called Port Morcow. You've heard of Port Morcow. It is like a very large trading port city. There's nothing untoward really mentioned in the captain's log until sort of 2 entries past, where it talks about a small group of men found muttering near the rail, and he makes a note to ask the first mate to stamp out, any discontent among the men. But the captain mentions that it was 4 or 5 souls, and he can't imagine that it's actually going to come to anything that's, they couldn't do an entire mutiny by themselves, he's sure. But
Well,
he does name a few of them. He names they're all able seamen. It's Michaels, Clark, Burbridge, and Bunk.
okay.
Just
All right. So, what do we have here? Detective mode. We've got a murdered captain. He sensed that there was a mutiny coming, but didn't believe that there were enough people involved having mutinous thoughts to be a genuine threat. So,
Yes.
we know that there was a mutiny. So either these 5 able seamen really bloody did it and just absolutely
Or really
rolled a crit
bloody
on their
able.
mutiny. Yeah.
Yeah.
Or they had some sort of outside help, and that doesn't. Or they got the rest of the crew on board. But the question is, where are they now? How did they? Oh, are there lifeboats aboard, Johnny? Is there any sign that people have left the ship?
there are all lifeboats are present and accounted for.
Well, what the heckins is going on?
We should
Damn
go
mysterious.
check the barracks. Do you call it barracks in a ship? What do you call it?
The cruise quarters.
Cruise quarters,
Yeah.
I suppose. Yeah.
Yeah.
Let's head. All right, let's head down and have a look.
Yeah, let's climb in a hammock or something and just
Okay.
sleep on this.
Have a nap.
This is
Yeah.
a puzzle.
We need to get inside the mind of the crew by
Inside the
becoming
hammocks
the
of
crew.
the
So
crew.
Yeah.
Dom,
Reconstruct
swap
the
deck.
crime scene.
Okay. You head downstairs, sort of disquieted by the sheer quantity of blood everywhere and the sort of pained groans that are coming from what seems like the ruins of the ship's galley. Seems like someone, as part of the mutiny, maybe somebody stove the wall in or something,
Wow,
and there's
they
a
really
barrel
raised
that's
this place.
exploded. Seal Gaiman is in there. You think he's
a
a very
lot more
sensitive
violence.
creature?
Than
Yeah.
I thought it would be. Yeah,
Oh,
real
it's horrible.
violent mutiny looks like.
Also, there
It's
appears
really
to be
upset
more
the sail.
blood than there's clearly more blood than for a single dead captain.
Yeah,
Correct?
this is more blood
Yes.
than would fit in one captain.
Okay,
I'm
okay.
pretty sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it wasn't just
I think
the
about the
captain
amount
who
of blood
died.
in me, and then I look at the blood, and it's more blood.
It's a lot. It looks like there was. I mean, from the number of weapons strewn about as well, it looks like the entire crew was fighting, and a lot of people died.
This is ruddy mysterious.
Also, like, there's this one, like, the sword goes into this patch, so it's like someone has been stabbed there, and they've bled there, but they're not still there.
So the bodies have disappeared somehow.
Yeah, I think there's something mysterious happening with the bodies, like, maybe the swords are cursed or something? Maybe they used magic?
Well, maybe
Okay.
we'll find some more
Magic?
clues if we
Theory, yeah.
investigate the other rooms.
Cruise quarters. Magic, working theory. Cannibals.
But you
Wait.
did a magic scan, right, Prudence? And you didn't.
Yeah,
get
but
magic.
yeah, okay. I do a secondary follow-up magic scan now that we are within the vessel. A deep,
Yeah.
clean scan.
Deep
Because
fried
it's only got
magic
30.
in
It's
the
only got a 30-foot range, so I kind of send out my magical tendrils of
It all
scanning.
seems pretty normal. The most magical things on the ship are you and
Yeah.
the seal.
Oh, me and the
Power of
seal are the
friendship.
only magical things. Oh, and
okay,
those linens that can kind of like, magically uncrumple
crease.
themselves or whatever.
Yeah, the old
Which I am
stay
taking,
crisps.
by the way. That sounds great.
Oh my god! Like Prudence in a high-waisted trouser suit.
Yes.
Please,
I take
please.
it
Business prudence.
with. I make a mental note to take it to a tailor when we're
prudence.
next in port to make some stay crisp linen suits for me.
Writing that
The
down.
lot.
Stay crisp.
Yes.
Linen suits.
Yes. High waisted.
High waist. We'll sort out the
rested.
particulars later. Oh, obviously
Better.
double rested. It's kind of telling that these are the law points I actually write down. Anyway, Are you proceeding to the crew's quarters? Okay.
Let's go.
They are largely like this room is slightly less grisly than the others.
But only slightly.
Only slightly. There are a couple of hammocks you see that have dried blood in them, as if their occupants were killed in their sleep. But apart from that, it kind of all seems ordinary. There are sort of, hammocks on hooks. Some people have in the beams above them. Some people have kind of done some scrimshoring, like doing anchors and whales and some names sort of above there as well. So if you want to, what do you want to do?
Can we find
Johnny-
the bunks for Michaels, Clark, Burbridge, and Bunk?
Make
If
me
they
that
have
investigation roll,
engraved-
please.
Yeah, if they've engraved the wood around
They
their
might
bunks.
have engraved
Yeah.
their plans.
I think back to
Dear diary.
the
Tomorrow I will kill the captain. Sorry, carry on.
I
You'd
think
be
back to
surprised
my
how often you see that carved into the ships. I see it all the time.
some kind of shanty probably.
Yeah.
I think back to my Oxventure's Big Book of Mystery Solving. I remember like a Mystery Solving 101 and look around for a ship's rat.
Oh, okay.
Are you sure that's 101?
Day one.
Okay.
102, 103.
Lesson
No,
one.
this is lesson 1.
Okay.
Okay. It's a ship, and there has been an amount of time with people not aboard it, so the rats probably have. It's a ship. Yes, of course there are rats. There's a rat poking around in the corner.
All right, I would like to just lay out a little I don't know, a little bit of tobacco or what fish did we get? Mackerel.
Mackerel.
Yeah.
Something. So, and then
Okay.
just like snatch it
I
up.
pull out a wheel of Edam cheese. Would
Okay.
this help, Dob?
It goes straight
That
for the
would-
tobacco. It's a ship's rat.
Yeah.
Make
Smokes
me
20 a day.
maybe a dex sleight of hand check, please. Prudence, how did you do?
I got 10.
Okay. It takes you quite a long time, and you find scratched into the wood. You see the word bunk, but that could be bunk or
Yeah,
bunk's
just a
bunk
label.
or just
Yeah.
bunk. You're not
Yeah,
entirely
it is
sure.
a bunk. Yeah.
There is a hammock there. It is yellowed with sweat and it smells sour and is generally
Ew.
horrible and unpleasant. But unbloodied, you note.
Okay.
Would you like to
Okay.
search it?
Yes, please.
Make me another investigation check, please.
All right.
How did you
You
do on
better,
catching a rat? He asked trepidatiously.
16.
Okay, yeah, that's
Right.
fine. It's on a ship. It can only run for so long.
Yeah, and I imagine it's like grown large and lazy with all of the food it can eat, so
Yeah.
probably not so quick anymore.
So what's your
yeah.
theory, Dob? You think this rat ate all the bodies?
I've got the rat like this, and I just hold it straight up to Merylwyn's face. I don't even say anything.
I can't speak with animals. Right. Hey, pal.
You got any more baccy?
Yeah, I can get you some.
Guess
could you
it.
help me with? Could you help me with questions first?
No. Guess it.
Well, no, we won't give you any backy then, will we?
No, I'm not answering your questions then.
Okay.
Damn, he's outwitted us.
I just like stare at it for a little bit, and then I'm like, oh, fine. And I grab some backy, and I'm like, hey, do you want this? And I kind of like, yeah, hey, quest. Come on. What
No,
happened
guess
here?
it. I can talk and chew.
All right, there you
I'm
go.
not going anywhere.
Okay, there you go. I give him the backy. Right, what happened here?
A lot of death, wasn't it?
A lot of death.
Yeah, a lot of death.
But how?
They all kill each other.
Right. Why are they not still here though? Their bodies should all still be here.
Yeah. No, no. Good bit. That would be a fishman.
Wait, I didn't hear that.
Oh my goodness. Okay, guys, I think he said fishmen.
What?
Right. So
Fishmen.
What?
did they
Okay.
did they take them off the ship then?
Yeah. Well, hell. Excuse me. Right.
It's our fault for asking you a question just as you took a bite. Sorry.
So, what was that one saying? Anyway. Yeah, so, some of the crew started killing the rest of the crew.
Right.
Big fight.
Yeah.
Only one bloke survives. And then, fishmen turn up. Take that on. Put him in, custody. In a big bell jar thing. They take him down to the wet place. And they sort of just have the other crew. You know. They'll probably eat them. You know.
Okay. All right. So they all got taken down below, like below the water, basically. Okay.
Yeah.
How long ago was this?
All right.
Mira,
Dom.
when... What don't know.
Right, Dom. Fish people came up.
Yeah.
Like there was a big fight. They all did kill each other, right?
Yep.
But the fish
That
people came
tracks.
up. Only one person was left, and stole. Like they took all the bodies. They put the guy in a bell jar, so that they could take him below and keep him breathing.
Okay.
The whole crew got taken down below, and not just like below in the lower decks of the ship, in the sea.
But there's one survivor.
There's one survivor, and
Who's
and
the survivor?
presumably-
Ask this
I'll
rat.
ask the survivor. Okay,
Who's the survivor?
right. What?
Who's he protecting?
Yeah. Did you recognize? Do you know who the one guy was? Could you take us to like where he used to sleep?
Yeah.
Could you point us in the direction?
Yeah.
Which bunk?
It kind of starts leaning out.
Okay.
Like
Oh,
a,
what
like a
does this rat
dowsing
want?
rod.
Dob,
It's-
Dob,
yeah.
follow the rat's nose. Okay. Keep walking, and he's like a compass. Okay.
I place it on
Point
my
where the
head.
rat's- No, keep hold of
give-
him, because
And
otherwise.
give it 2 little bits of hair.
Yeah.
Dog has scabies.
He steers you into the corner into a bunk and then just starts spitting tobacco juice on you to let you know you've
Ew.
arrived. Like you see carved above this bunk, this hammock, which is kind of in the very corner, there's the name Puckett. Is carved into the beam above it. Prudence, how did you do with that little search?
Oh gosh, it was a 10. Now that I look, yeah.
Okay. It is... Okay. Interesting. You find a note. Mm-hmm. It's difficult to make out because it's kind of been dirtied and sort of water has got to it, so the ink has run in places. But you do notice that basically it appears to be... it's a letter to Bunk saying, choose 4 or 5 men you trust. Basically, it's orders to kill the crew and scuttle the ship. It says once they make their way back to Port Morcal, they'll be rewarded handsomely. And there is a name that's half obscured by sort of just the ink having bled. So you miss the first sort of 3 or 4 letters. It's just all Stoke. Lstoke.
Okay, alright. Not Puckett then. Everyone, take a look at this note. A conspirator.
I stride back into the room and I'm like, okay, guys, I think I figured it out.
What?
Time travel. That's right. A time wormhole opened up in the ship and they were all sucked in. If you want to find them, set your clocks to the medieval era.
What now?
What era?
That's us now. That Corazon. That's not time travel.
Yeah, we just call that the era.
We call that, yeah.
Set your clocks for cowboy times, I changed my opinion to. Has anyone else got a better theory of what's going on? I'd like to hear it.
Fishmen.
Did you not hear about the fishmen?
No, I was over there investigating the time hole,
Oh,
which on
Okay.
closer inspection is just a regular hole.
Yeah.
it's bloody fishmen. Merylwyn knows.
Oh, not again.
Yeah. So
Kuatoa?
I think they took everything, the bodies and one prisoner. So I think if we want any of the shiny gold that was on this ship, we might have to go down below.
Oh, they took the gold too. They took the gold and the people.
Well, like, I'm assuming
Boo.
so, because there was a load of stuff, and they weren't boarded by anyone else, and they
This
all
manifest,
just killed each
this
other.
manifest is full of awesome stuff that I want to have and own.
Yeah.
So we
Great
go
idea.
down in the diving bell thing.
Yeah,
then? Is that the
I
plan?
re-ask the rat quickly. I'm like, they took all the shiny stuff too, right?
What?
All the shiny coins, the gold, they took that too, right?
Can't eat it.
No any of that.
Like there was what? Did,
Cargo's untouched, mate. This is what was loaded in at Voyage Port.
right?
I'd like to go and check out the cargo hold now.
Yep.
I know what's
Stay
happening.
here with the
I know
rat.
what's happening here. All right, the cogs are whirring in my brain, and this sounds like an insurance scam. And I know a thing or two about insurance scams. Don't ask. But why would the manifest not match what's in the ship's hold? And then,
Well, we don't let
You
me
plan to
just open
scuttle
the
the
hold
ship.
and look in it. I'm opening the hold and looking
or
in
we
it.
haven't
Okay.
searched the hold thoroughly, and it's all there.
You can pick your way through the cargo, and you see that it doesn't match the manifest at all.
Oh my god! There's no.
It's the linens.
Says
is
here
the
Greatest
golden,
crime.
golden jewels that are encrusted.
Yeah.
Religious
the-
effigies.
The whole
We're
thing
still
is
going in the diving bell to rescue the guy, right?
But why if there's no riches?
To
So
help
the whole-
the guy?
the whole
It's Puckett Corazon.
the whole cargo is indeed written up and valued at an extortionate amount of money. Well, it's a very large amount of money because it's a very valuable cargo. All in the name of Torian Revelstoke.
Revelstoke.
who
El
seems-
Stoke.
The
That was the
insurance,
thing.
the policy holder. This is my true calling of insurance
Yes.
investigator,
Insurance investigating.
of a knock
All right.
for insurance crime.
Yeah, well, against anything you may have thought about my character up to this point, the one thing I can't stand is insurance fraud. So I say we
The
go
greatest
down there.
crime.
Because it's
And we
the most boring of stealing crimes.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I
And
hate it. Thank you,
Puckett is
Meryl.
the only living witness apart from this rat.
Let's get down to that ocean floor
rat
and save
testify.
him, damn it.
Merylwen asks
So
if
he
this
can
rat will
stand trial
testify.
and testify.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's get this rat into witness protection.